Today itself, I will try to explain your Hooks and Jeeves method, that is the pattern search method, in more accurate way or with more clarity. Okay, so let us move. So in pattern search method, that is Hooks and Jeeves method, sometimes it may be written as Hooks and Jeeves, Hook and Jeeves, and sometimes you may find it that it may be written in short HJ method. Okay, so whether it is written as SJ or Hook and Jeeves or pattern search method, these all are the same. You need not to get confused. Okay, so in pattern search method, as we saw that there are two types of movement. Uh, we are giving there are two types of increment. One is your explanatory move, and another is your pattern move. So we will try to understand again how these exploratory move and pattern move are taking place. So for taking, for going through exploratory move, what we are doing, we have some initial starting point. Uh, then we are giving certain step increment. Okay, in each direction, say there are two variables, then we can say there are two directions. Okay, suppose there are n variables, then we can say there are directions. So okay, or n direction means n coordinates. Okay, so what we will be basically doing, we will have some starting point. Okay, some starting point will be there, and after that you will be doing giving some increment in one direction, and then you will be comparing the value of function with the value of function at your starting point. That is, suppose your starting point is x0 and your next point is x0 plus some value delta. Okay, then what you will be doing, you will be just comparing this value of fx0 with fx0. Okay, so if what we will do, if uh, uh, your next value of the value of function at your next point is less than your starting point, then you can say that your exploratory move is successful. Otherwise, what you will do, you will reverse the direction, and you will re-investigate that at which point your value of your function is coming uh, you know lesser as compared to your initial uh, value of function at initial value or starting value. So similarly in pattern move, what we are doing, once we have got one exploratory point using your exploratory move, we are calculating the new pattern point using this formula, that is xkp k plus 1 kx plus kx minus kx minus 1. So this basically this will be your starting point. This xk will be the point which you have got, which you found using your exploratory move. Then this point will be xkp plus 1 will be your point which you are calculating using your pattern move. So again you will be comparing the value of function in order to get whether you have moved in the right direction or not. What you will do, you will compare the value of function with the value of your uh, uh, initial function or previous initial value of your x, that or previous value of your x, that you will be comparing it with fxk. Okay, so this will be your current base point. This xk minus 1, that is the previous base point. For first step, this will be your starting point. Okay, then xkp plus 1 will be your pattern move point. And similarly, you will assign the value xk plus 1, which will be your new base point, that we will discuss how we assign this new base point. Okay, so in terms of steps, let us try to examine this pattern search method. Here we choose some starting point, say x0. So this might be having certain values, and corresponding step size we need to decide. We may say you are having step size delta equal to 1 or 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and up to n, whatever value you are choosing as per your convenience. Then we have step reduction factor, say alpha. Sorry, say it is alpha. Alpha should be, because it is step reduction factor, so it should be always greater than 1. Then we have a termination parameter. Okay, so in termination parameter, we are going to check certain termination condition, which will depend on your step increment, that is delta. Okay, so if your step increment is less than a certain value, uh, or say, sorry, okay, so if your termination parameter is if you find it less than to a value, you will terminate uh, your algorithm. Okay, yes, this pattern search method. Okay, so obviously this termination parameter should be greater than 0. It is greater than 0. And then in second step, you need to perform. This is your starting step, that is step number 1. In step number 2, you will, what you will do, you will perform exploratory move, and you will give certain increments, say delta, in uh, your starting point. Suppose you are having a starting point x1, x2. Okay, suppose this is your x0. Okay, so you are having some value. Then what you will do, you will give increment first in one direction, say x1. Then second point you will get by giving increment in x2 direction, keeping x1 as constant. And when you are giving increment in x1, you need to keep x2 as constant. Okay, so if in exploratory search, if you are able to find, or your exploratory search is successful, it means you are able to get point corresponding to minimum value of your function. So in that case, what you will do, you will choose this you will say that your exploratory search is successful, and then you will move to the next step, that is in step 3. You are checking your it is not next step, it is explaining your this perform exploratory search, and after that you are checking whether your exploratory search is successful or not. That is, you are able to found a lower point. If you are able to find lower point, you will go directly to step number 5. We will check what is step number 5. Otherwise, if you are not able to find lower point, it means your exploratory search is not successful. So if it is not successful, what you will do? You will go to step number 5, and first condition you will check whether your step size is less than is less than or not from to the given value of your termination parameter. If it is less than, then you will say your least, that is the minima, is already found. You need not to search further to get approximate value of your optimum solution. But if it is not less than desired value of termination parameter, what you will do? You will reduce the increment size, okay, or you will reduce your step size. So suppose previously your delta was 1, then what will be the next delta? This will be 1 by alpha. So alpha, say alpha is 2, then it will be 1 by 2. So now this step size will become 5. Okay, so the new step size will be delta I will be now 0.5. Again, you need to go to step 2. You will go to step number 2. Just a second. Erase. So as soon as you got delta equal to 0.5, what you will do? You will again go to step number 2. Okay. So as soon as you reach step number 2, you will again uh, perform exploratory search. In that case also, previously you gave increment of 1. Now you will give increment of 0.5 to your starting point. Okay. So suppose you were having a starting point x0, x0 is 0, 0. So if previously you gave increment of 1 and 1, and your new point was not point of corresponding to uh, successfulness of your exploratory search. So in that case, now your delta has been lowered to a next to the value, that is 0.5, and now you will be giving increment of 0.5 in first variable as well as second variable. Okay, so again you will perform this step number 3, and you will check whether your lower point is found or not. If your lower point is found, you will say your exploratory search is successful, and in that case you will move to step number 5. So let us see what is your step number 5. In step number 5, we are performing pattern. So in pattern move, we have x k plus xp k plus 1 equal to xk plus xk minus 1. Okay. So here, what are these values? Xk minus 1 and xkp. So this is basically denoting your exploratory. This is denoting your pattern move. This is the value which you have got using your exploratory search. Again, xk is your value which you have got using your exploratory search. Xk minus 1 was your previous value. That is, if you are in step number 1, then this will be your starting point. That is x0. As soon as you complete this, what you will try to see, you will again perform exploratory search using your point xkp plus 1 as your base point. Okay, so here it is worth to note that after your pattern move, before your pattern move, you are having some exploratory search, as well as after your pattern move is completed, you are again you are again doing exploratory search using your value which you have got using your pattern. Okay, so now this your xk plus 1, suppose it is your result, then what you will do, you will again compare the value of xk plus 1 with xk. Okay, so if it is successful, that is xk plus 1 is having less function of value of function at xk plus 1 is less than your uh, value of function at xk, then you will set your these values, that value of xk will be assigned in xk minus 1 and xk plus 1 will be assigned into xk. This is xk plus 1. Okay, so this will be assigned into uh, xk, and you will repeat your step number 5, that is again you will perform pattern. And you otherwise if it is not successful, you will go to step number 4 and you will check the termination condition. Okay, so this way your Hooks and Jeeves method is performed in the case of uh, multivariable problems. Okay, so let's just before moving to your this problem, repeating this problem again, let us move to the graphical representation of this problem, which was your example 8x1 square plus 4x1 x2. Suppose this is your this was your problem, and we were having a starting point x0 minus 4 comma minus 4. Okay, so let us try to examine this point using a graphical representation. Okay, suppose this is the function fx equal to 8x square plus 4x1 x2 plus 5x2 square. Okay, so here you can see the plots contours corresponding to your value of fx. Suppose you are having fx equal to 10, then this is your particular plot. For fx equal to 40, you are having another plot. Fx equal to that is c equal to 70, you are having another plot, then next plot. So these are the plots which we are having, which correspond to the value of function at uh, uh, value of function at these given values. Okay, so these are 10, 40, 70, 100, 130, 160, 190, 220, 250 and 280. And here you can see, because this is a quadratic equation and suppose it is equal to certain constant, then what you will get, you for any value of x1, you will have two values of x2. Okay, so there will be two values of x, two set of values, two set of x2. Similarly, for any value of x2, there will be two set of values of x1. Okay, so this may be x1 1 plus x1 x1 2. So there obviously there will be two set of values. So so here you can see, for say value of suppose this is 0 comma 0. So here you can see, suppose for x1 equal to 0, here each of the plot is having two values of x2. So say for this particular no, let us take example of this first a. So here you can see there are two values corresponding to your x1 equal to 0. First value is lying here and second value is lying Yeah, there are two values of x2. Similarly, for any value of x2, suppose this is your this is your uh, value of yeah, let us for more clarity, suppose you are having certain value this, okay, and if you draw a line this, so for this value of x2, again for this particular function you are having two values of your x1. This will be first value, this will be second value. So here since the equation it is having quadratic in nature, so we will have two values for each of the coordinate, corresponding coordinate. Okay, suppose for x1, for any value of x1 there are two corresponding values of x2, and for any value of x2 there are corresponding two values of x1. Okay, so here from where we are starting, our starting point is minus 4 comma 4. So where will be your starting point? This will be your starting point. This is your x0. Here I think you are able to see this is your x0. And what we are doing, we are supposed to calculate your we are supposed to uh, perform exploratory search. Okay, so in order to perform exploratory search, we are having certain value, that is delta equal to 1 we have for step 1, and uh, as soon as you give we have kept we are giving step increment in this x1 direction. So what will be the value? This will be minus 4 plus 1 equal to 3. So this is minus 4 plus 1 equal to 3. So this will be your point. And after that, you are comparing the value of your function, that is value of fx0 and value of fx corresponding to this point. So obviously this value is lower, and we will further perform exploratory search, and we will give increment in x2 coordinate also, and after that your x2 coordinate will be again minus 4 plus 1 equal to minus 3. Okay, so this way we have got new point which is x1. Okay, so once you have got this point, what you will do, you have 2 point x0 x1, and now you will calculate the next point, that is xp k plus 1. Okay, so xp k plus 1 will be now your xk plus xk minus xk minus 1. Okay, so here itself we know this is 0 comma 0 xk minus 1, because this is x0, this is x1. Okay, and this will be plus x1. Okay, so x1 plus x1 minus x0, this will be the point which you will get using your pattern move. Okay, so using this pattern move, you have got certain value, that is x p k plus 1, and after that what you are doing, you are supposed to perform again your exploratory search. So this is corresponding to your exploratory search, this is corresponding to your pattern search, again this is corresponding to your exploratory search. So this was basically your step number 5. Okay, sorry, in step number 5 we find out we did our pattern move, and in step number 6 we are again performing exploratory search. Okay, So again we have performed exploratory research, and at that time your value of x2 is here the value is -1 comma -1, and we are checking the value of your this point, new point, that is fx2. Okay, this was fx1, this is x2 in pattern book, and this is your final x2. Okay, you which you have got, which you have found using your exploratory research. Okay, now you will compare this value of fx2 with value of fx1. So obviously this value will be lower, value of function at this point will be lower, and you will again uh, perform your step number 5, that is uh, pattern move. Okay, so again you will perform your pattern move, and you will again calculate the value of xp k plus 1, because this condition was satisfied. You have reassigned the value of xk and xk plus 1. Okay, and now you will again perform the value of your exploratory move using this step number 5. So this will be your xk plus 1. This will be x2 plus x2, sorry, x2 minus x1. Okay, so if you perform this pattern move, you will get the values. This will be your twice of x2, so minus x1. Okay, so for x1 we are having values, for x2 we are having values -1 comma -1, so this will be 2 minus 2, and this will be plus x1 was your -3 comma -3. So again, okay, so if you calculate this value, this will be 1 comma 1. Okay, so you will continue this algorithm till you are able to find out the optimum value, which is equal to in this case, which is equal to x star equal to 0 comma 0. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand how this pattern search is conducted, uh, not only in the form of algorithm, but in graphically you are able to understand how this how the movement takes place in the case of your uh, hooks HJ method or hook and G method in the case of optimization of multi-variable problem having multiple variables. Okay,